Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Glad you stopped by. Anyway, that 5-horse economy, it's an E, 5-horse E, which they were made back in the teens into the early 20s, like 21, 22. Anyway, this apparently, this cam gear, according to all the rust that's on that, and how much wear there is up here on the actual shank of the bolt where it's supposed to be bolted into the block, I would lay money that this was seized up on this cam gear when the guy before me got it, and he fired it up and ran it for some time before this here started moving, because it is worn a lot. You can see how many times that went around, a lot of times, you know, because there would have been oil on it from when he oiled everything, and it just spun in the block. Oop. So anyway, this has quite a bit of slop in it. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to clean this up real good, which I haven't done yet. I'm going to put this in the lathe, grab it onto the gear so everything will be concentric, and I'm going to bore this out just until everything is, you know, smooth. I don't want any dark areas that haven't been machined yet. I'll get it all true. Once I get it all true, that's part of it, I guess. Once I get this all true, then I will build one of these to fit this. And this is worn about 15 to 20 thousandths. It's supposed to be a 5/8 bolt. So it's wore way down. Wore about 10 thousandths in the middle. It's 15 to 20 out here. So anyway, the whole thing wobbles around the block. We're going to make a new one. So I'm not going to show you the cleaning. Got a little bit of original red right there. It's a dark red. Probably a little, this is regal red. Probably a little darker than that. More like an international. International, yeah, I can say it. Anyway, we're going to clean this up and see what we can do with it. Okay, due to the fact that we do not have the block here, and this here has been worn quite a lot into the block, when I tighten it, I don't know how far it's going to go into the block before it actually bottoms out. So I'm going to hold off on this till I get the block here, and what I'll do is I'll fit this end into the block first with a lot of extra meat, and then I'll make the end for the cam. Kind of do it ass backwards, but I feel that's the way to do it to get a good fit. Because I really don't want to deal with boring out the block. You know, that's be just too much of a pain. But I'll show you what I am going to do. So this cam follower, it's got a big flat spot right there. And I mean, it's harder than the file. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the crank grinder. There we go. Drive that out. There we go. Apparently at one time that was pinned on both sides. And that's not, doesn't appear to be wore that bad. The inside ain't bad. But we've got that bad spot right there. So I'm going to put this in a bolt. We're going to go clamp it in a crank grinder. And we'll come on in nice and flat, and we will just go until this little spot here is gone. Okay, I'm going to grind this dry today. I haven't used the crank grinder in so long that the water in the back is actually dried mostly up. There's still some in there, but I'm just going to do it dry. I've only got a few thousandths to go. Okay. Let's start this baby up. Yeah, we're close. Yeah, we're hitting on both sides, which is good. Getting pretty warm. Well, let's take a look at it. That's a chip. Nothing you can do about that. Use a rag, because I got a feeling that's hot where I didn't use coolant. Well, since I picked up the camera last, I took the governor apart. Just unscrews off the shaft, and it's right-hand thread. And it was tight. I had to put heat to it. But you can see that's not supposed to have that step right on that end right here. Pretty hot, actually. I'll set it down. That's where it was wearing, right here. And, of course, the stuff that matches onto this, it was all hid from that cast iron. So that's why we get that little bit of a protrusion in the very center, which shows you the original height. So, anyway, I'm going to end up machining off, oh, 1/8 of an inch there. Probably 1/8 of an inch here. And I'll make a washer to go in there, 1/8 of an inch. I don't know, if I had a piece of cast, I'd make it out of cast, but I might make it out of bronze. I'm not sure what I'm going to make it out of. But anyway, and I may do a little bit of bushing in here. I got to wait till stuff cools off a little. I don't know if this is worth chasing. Probably 10 or 15 thousandths there. It should be fixed, but I don't know if I'm going to bother. I think I'm just going to bother the thrust issue. Because the thrust had allowed that to slide over. It had slid back, and these 4 number 12 screws, let's go show you the aftermath of that. I'll explain it to you. So these are the 4 screws, and this one here had backed out. Where the top's all gnawed up. Gear got it. This one here had backed out and got hit by the gear. This one here was in good shape, but it wasn't tight. It was loose. This one here had been run loose, and there's hardly no threads left. Now, I would go to the hardware store and get those, but they're a number 12. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Might actually have to make some myself. There's not enough thickness in that wall. There's less than this, you know. I mean, on the inside, you can see right here by my thumb, that little tiny bit of wear there. There's not much room between the threads and the slot where this push rod runs. So consequently, I can't really go to a 1/4 inch. I thought some would go on to 1/4 inch, but there's not really enough room. So I could put a helicoil in and go back to a number 10. Then you go in smaller, and I don't know if I like that. But anyway, I got number 10 helicoils. I could do that. There's several options. But right now I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to worry about machining that gear down, getting that so that it's where I can make a shim for it. And I'm going to do the same thing with the, well, it would be the governor bracket. So anyway, we are gaining, you know, we're getting stuff done little by little. You know, this here has done all it needs to be done on it. I do have to buy the other piece off of somebody, or make it, that goes on here, because I don't have the right one. But we'll get to that, cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to take this mess apart. I thought I'd show you guys this elaborate gump. I mean, this is a gump of the damnedest thing. I mean, it's like, really? But we're gonna take them two off, pick the mag off, then we'll get this rocker off that trips it, and the rest of this is garbage. So as you can see, I got this mag bolted onto the correct base, and we've got a spark plug set in there. We'll see here if we can get any spark out of it. I'm just going to hit it with a screwdriver just to trip it, and we'll see what it does. Don't know if you can see that, but it's sparking good. So anyway, I'm not going to rebuild the mag. I'm going to stay right away from it. I'm one of them people that if this dandy fire is good enough to run it, I don't mess with it. The only thing I have to do now is I got to drill this out. I can see mud dauber's nest in there, and I got to look for a primer cup. See if I can find a primer cup to go in there. One of them that's got the little lever that shuts it on and off. And I'll bring you back, find out whether or not we find that or not. So my pile isn't getting very big on the bench. I've been doing some wire wheeling and stuff. Carol came down, says the dogs can't go, got too much snow. It's hailing right now, but anyway, I'm gonna go do the snow blowing before it gets dark. So I'm all done down here today. I'll go upstairs real quick and show you the upstairs, and when I go out to get the snow blower, I'll show you the greenhouse. We've started the greenhouse today. We did that this morning. That's why I don't get a lot done out here. You know, the farm comes first, and then this play-in comes second. So, okay, this is what she's been doing today. She seeded all this, and basically everything in the box has all just been seeded today. She did all those. This stuff here we'll probably take out on Monday afternoon. She seeded all this stuff. She seeded these 4. Those there are germinated. They're little, but they're germinated. We'll leave them in here just another day or so. We took, what did we take out? 18? I think 18 trays of plants we took out this morning. We started the Subaru, got it warmed up good, made several trips. So anyway, let's go on out to the greenhouse. I'll show you what's out there. Yeah, you can see here, I got 5 inches, maybe 6 inches of snow, I don't know. It's heavy, kind of packed down. When I say heavy, I guess it's fine, I'd say. Because right now it's sleeting. So it's all crumbling on top. But Carol wants it snow blowed so we can get over here tonight. We'll have to fill a fire at night. Because everything that's out in the greenhouse right now will get moved into the building part. We'll shut down the door. And yeah, so we'll put it on that gray rack right there in front of us. And we'll shut this furnace off, let it go cold in here, and we'll set it right here with this door down. And the wood fire will keep it up to 60 or better all night. And we didn't hook up none of the hoses out here because we don't want them to freeze up. And we'll lug the cans in. But that's what we brought out today. And you've probably heard me mention in passing a few times, we've been to Ronnie, my hillbilly friend from West Virginia, starting a few horseradish for him. I dug them up last fall, so they've been dormant in here all winter. So we're gonna water them up and get them going for him, so they'll be nice and good size so we can transplant them this spring. But anyway, I gotta get the old snowblower going, and I can't shoot snow blowing, nothing exciting about it. I'm gonna do that path and then do the dog pen so the dogs can run around, do their business. So Well, we'll get the snow blowing done. So it's cold and heck out. But we'll check out on the kids. Well, I guess just Diesel came out. Hey, Diesel! Yeah, he knows enough to go in the house. Yeah, go in the house. Yeah. Don't take him long to go through that dog door. I don't think it's more than 20 degrees out. The wind's blowing 10, 15, so it's pretty cold. Tell me fat old girl ain't smart. She's got a toy sitting by the heat. Diesel, he's too busy being with Carol right now. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. So keep safe, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.